In this video, we're going to show you how to fix this Bose Wave radio. We're going to take out the CD driver, we're going to clean it, and we're going to also organize and put new capacitors in. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. So stay tuned to this video. It's a long educational tutorial. It'll show you a little bit about how to do this. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to your review channel. Today I'm looking at a Bose radio, and I've been looking online how to fix this. The CD skips, very common with these Bose Wave systems. I'm going to try to fix it myself. So that's what this video is all about, how to repair this Bose radio myself. Now, I went ahead and purchased, of course, a digital multimeter right here. I did a review on that, so check out that review. This is a really good multimeter. I'll leave a link for that at the end of this video. Works well. You can check capacitors. And the capacitors seem to go out on this. Seems very common. So instead of ordering the 6 or 7 capacitors for like $30 on Amazon, I ordered about 240 of them for about $12. So I definitely going to recommend doing that as well. Listen, I'm going to try it myself. I have nothing to lose. It really doesn't really work well. The radio works, but the CD skips. So I want to do it myself. So let's do it together. Let's see how it works. I haven't seen a video updated in a while. So this is a newer video. This is the new, up to date. So this is an old machine. If you have one of these and it's skipping, most likely it's this. To take these apart are really easy. There's a bunch of Phillips in the back here. I already took them all out already. There's a bunch that are all right here. There's just like 5 of them. Let's just go over them real quick. There's one here. Remove that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 of those come out. You just take those out and put them to the side. Just standard Phillips, nothing crazy. They make these pretty easy to work on, which is a great deal. Nice and easy. So let's take that. Let's turn it back around. And the cover just comes off really super easy. Just pop it right up like that. Okay. Cover comes right off. Take that and put it to the side. So we have here, and also there's one here. You take this one out as well, small Phillips. Take that out. This is the power supply, and make sure it's unplugged, and that way you can move that power supply off there. That's heavy. Now it just basically leaves you with this top part. This top part's gonna come right off, like you see here. There's a couple ribbon cables. Be very careful. The ribbon cables come out, so don't get nervous about that. Again, 2 more screws here if you want to have the LCD screen, so you can look at that while you're working, but I'm not doing that. I'm just taking the whole thing off, and that way we can work on it, because I know what it is, and I'm going to just do it. So we're going to do it together, and that's what this video is about. So I'm just going to pop this off. Now in the back here, you can see there's a little bit of, it's kind of like a couple of wires right here. Let's take these wires and just move them out of the way. That way it frees that up, okay? And move that out of the way, and like that. And this is going to come off pretty easy. There's some ribbon cables right over here. All right, I want to see these ribbon cables right here. These just pop right out, okay? So these are really super easy. You don't have to get too nervous about these things. Now this CD player is just sitting on here. It's not screwed down. It's just sitting on a chassis on some springs to help it with the anti-skipping. So that's what's in there. Let me get a bit of light so you can see that. So that's what's in here. So these just come right off. These little cables disconnect very easy. This just comes right off like that. Okay, there's one ribbon cable in the back. And you just pop it straight up. Let me see if I get a couple hands here. I need about 3 hands. This just comes out like that. Just pop it straight out. That comes out. And this one is in the way. Move that out of the way. And there's one ribbon cable over here. This slides out. And that comes right out. You can see how that comes right out. Really easy. 2 ribbon cables. One here and one here. So you just take that out of the way. I did check this earlier. I don't believe it's the disc. I did clean the eye. I cleaned the laser. It still kept on doing it. It's super common, guys. This is like a super common thing that happens all the time. I've watched a bunch of videos, and it seems like the same problem over and over and over. Another ribbon cable here. I want to disconnect that ribbon cable. That there. And I think that's about it. Now there's 2 clips in the back for the speakers. Right back here, you just take those clips and just pop them out. I'm going to take those out, and I'm going to show you the culprit, what I think it is. There's a bunch of capacitors in here, but I think it's what's under here. Everybody shows under here. I'm going to show you that one second. Let me just take out these 2 clips. These just pop off, and that disconnects the speaker. That way we have plenty of room to work at. And also, I think I'm going to take out this. Actually, I'm going to leave this in, actually. I'm just going to take out the circuit board. Circuit board, again, here is a ribbon cable. This just pops out. I mean, everything is super easy. They make it really nice and easy, which is nice on their part. I like that. Get that out of the way, and these just pop right back in again. So 2 Phillips screws. This hole's kind of come right out, and we're going to work on this together. So let me just get that out. I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so I got it right out. Those 2 screws, took it right out very easy. Now this plate here comes off. You just have to just pry it off easy with like a little screwdriver, and that pops off the plate that says do not remove, but we will remove it because that's what we want to get to underneath here. This is where the culprit, and you can pop these back on. It says don't reuse, but you can reuse this. I can't see why you can't, honestly. There's no issues at all. I don't see any problems. They're just super easy to pop off. And here are the culprits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 capacitors right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 6 capacitors seem to be failing in almost every machine. And my reason why I think, and this controls the CD player. This is the controller. This controls the CD player. It makes perfect sense. Let's save this. You can put this back on later, so save that to the side. So we're going to take these all off one at a time. I'm doing them one at a time because I'm not overly confident. I'm not a big solder kind of tech guy. My channel's more reviews, but you know, sometimes I like to just help teach people and educate them. And this is just one of those videos. Each one of these has values on them. All the values are available. Like I said, you can buy them for $30, which is ridiculous. You can buy the Bose replacement, which is $75, which is stupid. Buy this kit here, honestly. You get 244 pieces. You're using 6. They're like pennies. It's ridiculous. It's like 11. I don't know. It was so cheap. It was ridiculous. So we'll do it at a time. We'll do this one here, and then we'll see how it works. Now, I saw online to remove these seems to be pretty simple. I mean, this is what I see online, and all you have to do is take these here and you just twist them. Okay, you just twist them, and they just release. I'm just gonna do this one first. It just comes right off. How easy that is. This is the actual capacitor right there. Take that off. Here's the shielding. Let's take that shielding off. And right here are the 2 we soldered the new connection right here. Let me just show you. I'll get a close-up to show you. So that connects to here and here. So we're going to desolder this, clean up the old connections, and we're going to put a new capacitor right there, and we're going to start 1, and then go 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go right down the line, and that's what we're going to do. We'll take a look at this one closely at my loop and just see if I see anything leaking out of it. No, I don't see any leaks out of it, but doesn't mean I'm still going to try it. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to pull out this first value and then get this ready to be soldered in. And we'll continue doing one at a time. I'll do the first one live, and then I'm going to go ahead and just cut away and then come back, and then we'll just finish the last one, and then we'll see exactly if it worked or not. I don't really know. We'll find out. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, guys, if you like this type of content. It means a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. And follow the channel because I do all kinds of things like this because you just never know when you want to fix something and you want to have a little confidence. And you know, I'll try to help you. That's my job, right? I'll try to give you some information. And this one here is 6.3 volts, 100. Yep, 6.3 with 100. So that's what we need to have. 6.3 with 100 UL, whatever number that is in there. Let's take a look at those. And I will pull that out. These are all labeled on the box. So easy to find them. See, they're all labeled right here, so I know where they are. Let me pull that out. All right, so off camera, what I ended up doing was just desoldering these 2 connections, making sure they're clear, because each one of these had a little tiny post on it, little tiny wire from the last capacitor. Just make sure you just get that soldering iron really hot and get those off. I'm going to pre-solder these. I got the capacitor already checked. I actually used AI just to make sure I got the right one. Again, I am not familiar with all this stuff. I'm just learning. Now, I do know that each side has a positive and a negative, so you have to make sure you solder them in the correct way. Get all your pins pre-cut and pre-measured before you go ahead and solder, which I already did. That way it makes it easier connection. I got them all lined up, so that way it fits in just like that. And the best way to check is just get a multimeter and just ground one side, and then you can see here that's why I got the multimeter. That's one reason why. So that is positive. That is the negative side on this side. So when you make sure you put your capacitor on, make sure you have it lined up that way. And these always have a gray side and a black side, and the gray side is always the negative. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop it in here. I'm going to get this pre-soldered, and let's see my first one, and then I'll continue from there. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So let's see how that works. Again, I am not a big solderer, so bear with me. I am not the best solderer. I am learning still, but I know you do have to pre-solder these a little bit. Get some solder on that joint, basically. Let's get it on there. Fresh solder. And I think the reason why you take off the old one, the wires, because you don't want the impedance or anything, a problem with that. Okay, so those are pre-soldered. I'm going to get my capacitor in line where it should be,
And I don't know, hopefully you can see. I'll try to zoom in on the post-production. And let's see. Hopefully I can get these on. It shouldn't be a problem. Once you get it hot, it should just melt right in. And my soldering iron is at the 600. Not sure if it's hot enough. Again, I'm just learning all this stuff as I go along. All right, that one is in. That one went pretty smooth. And then the second one, I'm just going to back up just a little bit more the pin so it sits on that solder joint, and just basically just have to just sweat it in basically. That is the goal. Oh my God. Again, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Hopefully you're learning so you can do this for yourself. And that way you don't have to pay somebody a fortune. Do it yourself. I always like to do things myself. I don't know why. At least I want to learn and see if I can do it. And then we'll see. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I got this for free, so nothing gain, nothing venture. Just be careful of your chips. Just don't hit anything else. Just make sure you get that joint hot. It should fall right in. Is that in there yet? I can't tell. No, still not in there yet. Let me get some more solder on the joint. Guys, don't hate. Again, I'm not a professional. Oh, there you go. Cool. All right, that is in. Let me clean that off. Clean that off, put it in my holder. I don't want to burn anything, including myself. Get in there. Let's see. Yeah, that looks, I mean, is it perfect? No, but it is in. It is connecting, and that is the first one right there. So I'm going to go ahead. I got a 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 more, and it's going to take a little while because this is a little tedious process for me because I don't do a lot of this. So I got to break off, match up the right capacitor, get it ready, prep it, and then solder it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So when I finish all these, we'll come back and then we'll see if it works. So that's what I have for you guys so far. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. And this is something you can do, not to be afraid. And if it doesn't work, then we have nothing to lose anyway. That's how I look at it. So we'll give it a shot. So we'll just continue down the road. I do one at a time. That way I know what I'm dealing with. And I'll see which way they land, and it should be fine. And then we'll come back and we'll put it all together and see if it works. Okay, guys, I did finish all the soldering on the board. I put all the capacitors in. I just finished the last one. I put the board back in. I took the board out like you saw and did all the work. Took my time, took me a long time because this was my first time really doing something like this here. It came out okay. Like I said, I'm not a professional solderer. A lot of these look like cold solder joints, but I did check everything. All the capacitors correct. All the positive and negatives are correct. Everything looks okay. So hopefully it'll work. It should be decent. I did double checked everything under a microscope and or actually magnifying glass as best I could. So hopefully this will work. I think it should be okay, but definitely, take your time, follow and actually what I did was a really good trick, and I don't know if you know this. If you buy all these capacitors, which I bought this whole huge tray of capacitors, and I'll leave a link for that as well. You can, pick up these capacitors. They're really cheap. I couldn't, they're a little bit different than what you pick up, but I had the AI or chat, the old one, and show them all of because it has a chart on these capacitors on package. You take a picture of that, it'll say, okay, use this one. It's in tray 4 in the third section, the 200 microfarads, 24 volts. You can use that. So it gave me a good idea what to use. So if you're not really familiar with capacitors and ratings, use your app. Use the chat bot. I think I used Gemini. Gemini was perfect for this. I took a close-up photo of the capacitor. It read it. It told me which one to use exactly, and I did it. I actually put a wrong one in by mistake because they jumped around and I didn't look at it closely. And I asked him, could I use the 33 microfarads instead of the 25 microfarads? He says, absolutely not. The voltage is okay, but you can't do that. Yeah, so I had to take it out and put the right one in. So definitely use the chat. The chat bots are absolutely amazing. The AI, not the chat bots, the AI bots are absolutely amazing. If you can I'll give you a quick close-up. I know it's not the best job, but honestly, I think it's going to work fine. I think it's going to be okay. Let's put this cover back on. This is just a shielding that snaps back in, easy breezy. And let's pop our CD drive in, And another thing I did too, I just cleaned it a little bit on top here, just blew it out with some air. If yours is skipping and clacking, it could be that. Also, I did notice in a couple of CDs it wouldn't play at all, because sometimes they just don't not compatible with these drives. It depends on the drive and so forth, and the optical and all that kind of thing. To remove this is super easy. Just take this screw out here, and this tray slides right out, and it's super easy to do. So let me just show you that real quick, and I'll show you how to clean the laser head on this drive. It's very important. Watch this. Okay, so to access the laser head, there's one screw right here. Take the screw out, a little Phillips screwdriver. One thing about the Bose system, everything is really easy to work on, which is really nice, so don't be afraid. And if it doesn't work, you have nothing to lose anyway. So take the screw out, don't lose it. This slides. This is gonna slide. Let me show you. See how this slides back and forth. You just slide it back and tilt it to the left, okay? So slide, tilt to the left, pull it off, okay? Now you gotta see here, I wanna show you the bottom real quick here. On the bottom side, this is the laser right here. Move this over all the way to the end, and there is the laser under this little notch right there. There's the laser. Get yourself a little wipe or a little cleaning or a tooth, what do you call it? Q-tip or any kind of something you can reach in there and clean that laser. That'll help you as well. So that's another good trick to do. It'll self-level, it'll put itself back where it belongs. Really easy. And then let's put this back. You guys have any questions or any comments, leave down below. Just pop this back on, slide it forward, and put your one screw in. That's the way to at least service, at least, you know, as you're troubleshooting it, that's one thing to do before you go ahead and adjust the laser head. Now, there is a way to adjust the laser head, and that's just the way it sits and reads the disc. And I did see some other videos about that. It's a small screw right over here, but we're not going to touch that right now. We're going to see if it's going to work. Maybe we don't have to touch that because I'm not sure if that's what it is. Back at the main components here, I'm just going to put the ribbon cables back in. The ribbon cables going pretty easy. Just slide them in carefully. Just push that one in first, and then you do this. There's a side one over here you have to put in. We'll put that one in next. And we'll power it up and see what happens. I mean, if you guys have any questions or any comments, again, don't hate on the soldering job. I am not a professional solderer. I haven't soldered in years, so this is new for me. Changing capacitors, the first time in my whole life, and I find myself pretty technical, but not. It was kind of nerve-wracking to do that. So I appreciate your patience with me and taking this journey and hopefully learning a little bit how to do that. All right, so this just sits in the chassis like that there, little rubber feet, yada yada. Okay, let's power it up and see what we have. See if it works. The radio would work, but the CD player would not work. All right, plug it in. See what we have. We have the dreaded please wait. Okay, wait. Everything is always waiting. I have a CD over here. So the issue with this one with the CD, let's see if the radio works. Let's put the radio on. Let's see here. Let's put on radio. Okay, so radio works. All right, that's cool. All right, let's go back to the CD player, because CD player was really the issue here. Pop in a CD. So I blew it out. I cleaned the laser like you saw. I actually cleaned this laser already. I just showed you how to do it. Pop the disc in. It pulls it in directly. And let's see if this one works. I got my remote control here. I got an aftermarket remote on Amazon, of course, for like very inexpensive. Oh, look at that. Oh, that works great. Look at that. Cool. Let's try this next track. Let's see here on any copyright issues. Number 2. That's track 2. Track 3. 4. Track 4. Track 5. Track 6. Track 7. 8, 9. It does jump a track a little bit. 7 is just, I think it's this remote, honestly. Little Beach Boys. Track 9. Come on, 9. Let's go. There you go. All right, hit off and let's hit eject. So I guess I did wire. That worked perfectly. So it works pretty good. Some knowledge, education, and learning about something like this here on changing the capacitors was really the main challenge here, which I did do successfully because it is working. If it didn't work, you would know. And also the drive. And those are the two main issues here. Those capacitors have to be changed, and also this drive might have to be tweaked and cleaned and possibly adjusted. But that's what I have. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, guys. Really appreciate it. I hope I brought you some value. If I did, please consider subscribing to the channel, like, and share. It means a lot to me, as always. I'll leave some links down below for some of the products I did use to help clean everything. I use this to clean the head. This is a great kit. I love this kit. This is fantastic. I'll leave all my capacitors down below, which capacitors I use, and maybe some tools and soldering irons, things like that. Some basic tools. It's not so much that you can't buy a machine for a couple $100, but if you can fix it for like $20 and get satisfaction that you did it, that's where the value is to me. And that's where I got from this. I picked up all kinds of tools to do this. I got a multimeter to check everything, and I'll leave all these tools down below that you know what you can use. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and make it a great day. And I love Bose. Fantastic, easy to work on, and great sound. Thanks for watching.